Alright, friends, this is Soft Reason. In this lesson, we will be designing the reinforced slab, okay? As well, we will be designing the parapet. Alright, if you are not in my previous lesson video, you check in my videos. There is a full lesson of this particular structure, okay? So we will be looking at the slab design as well as the parapet design. So let's start. I will navigate to the story 4, okay, just like this, okay, and then I will go to the plan view. Alright, so we will be looking at this parapet design, okay, this one. Alright, so for us to be able to get a precision, we will look at the midpoint of this parapet, okay. So for us to be able to get the midpoint of this, we will first of all do some offsets, okay, from these grid lines and other ones. So I will right click, okay, I will click on this, right click, alright, and then select offset and move my cursor upward, okay. But before then, I will do some dimensioning, okay. So I click on this dimension and then I click on this point and click this point. I'm having 713, okay, 713, okay. So out of the 713, if I check my calculator here, okay, if I check my calculator, alright, and I do 713, okay, divides 2, okay, so I will be having 356. So approximately I'll be having 357, okay. So I will close this. So this is the what I want to offset. So I will now right click on offset, and I will type 357, okay, and I will enter. So this one is the midpoint of this parapet, okay. So I will do the same thing to other places. This one I will go minus 357, just like this, and I'll enter. That is it, okay. I'll do the same thing here. Alright, so I've done with the offset, okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to save the project. So after saving the project, I will draw my strips line, okay. So in proto structure, we have types of strips, okay. We have the analytical strips, and then we have the FE, which is the finite element strips, okay. So in this lesson, we will be looking at the FE strips, which is the finite element strips, for this the design of this parapet, okay. But for the design of the reinforced concrete slab, normal slab, we will be looking at the analytical strip, okay. So first of all, we'll be looking at this analytical strip before we now fully come into the FE strips, okay. So we will be navigating to the story 2, okay. just like this story too. So this is our slab. Okay. Alright, so before we should go into that, let us do some settings. Okay. Alright, the setting we have to do is we will go to this slab setting. Alright, and then we'll go to bar. You can see bar spacing is 100 minimum. Okay, and then we are having a 250 maximum, and the steel bar here we are having y8. Okay, so we will select here to be white wife, and then I want this place to be 150. Okay, maximum space should be 150. That is what I want. Okay, and then if I check here, all right. Okay, so I will now click on okay. All right, so I will go to the strips for now. So we are going to be using these strips. This is analytical strips. Okay, and then we are going in the S direction now. Okay, so going in the S direction, we will select the start and the end point of our strips. Okay, if you check these buttons here, you have slab and then you have slab. This is this determines where you start and where you end the strips we are going to draw. Okay, and so I want to activate bob because I am starting it outside and I'm ending it outside. Okay, alright, so let's continue. So I will click here. Okay, mind you, I'm going horizontal because I am in the S directions. So I will click on this point and then I will draw my strip across just like this. Try to make the line straight and then you click. So I have inserted my strips here in the direction X. You can see it here. This is white with 150 spacing. Top bar. Okay, this one is the top bar. Why this one is the bottom bar in the direction X. So I want to also draw a strip here. So this time around I will start here and end here. Okay, I start outside and end inside slab. Okay, so I will click here just like this and come in here. I'm ending it inside this slab. So if the line is not straightened, okay, you have to hold your control key so as to make the line straight for you. Okay, just like this and then you click. It's inserted. Okay, alright, so I want to do the same thing here. So I will change this place bob to bob. Okay, and then I will click here and then draw my hand across it or my control key to straighten the line and I will insert my slab. Okay, so we are done in the X direction. We will be going to the Y direction now. So what we need to do, you activate this direction Y. Okay, and you are going bob to bob. Okay, so you click and go across or your control key just like this and you release your hand, you have something like this. Also you will do the same thing here just like this. Okay, just like this. Alright, and then you will just like this. Alright, so we have done with our slab reinforce detail. You can see this is the bar, one of the third bar spanning from this point to this point. Okay, you can now click on update and close this. Alright, so this is a top bar. Okay, this one is also a top bar running across this beam. Okay, so this is how we use the analytical method of strips. Okay, slash strips. Okay, so we want to save the project. Alright, so after saving the project, we will navigate. We are supposed to go to this story to do the same thing, but this slab now can be applicable to this story and this other story. Okay, this is story 2. This slab is applicable to story 2, is typical. Okay, so it's going to be replicated for the story 3, so we will not have that time to do it here. Okay, and so what we need to do now is we will have to go to the fourth story where we have our parapet. So we are going to use a finite element method of slab strips analysis in this particular uh, parapet. Okay, so since we have gotten our midpoint, so let's continue. Alright, so I will go to the strips. I will activate my strips. Okay, I will click on this plot type of slab strips, and then I will click on FE strips. Once I click on FE strips, I will go to FE. Okay, and I will activate this one. Alright, this one. So once I activated this one, I will now come to this place and I'll click at this point. See this point, click this point and come to this point and click. That is why we offsetted a line to the center, so we can be able to locate the center of this parapet. So I'll click, then I'll have something like this. Now I will have to adjust this so as to fit into the width, because the width is larger than the width of the parapet. So I will want to adjust it so it can fit into the width of this parapet. And for me to do that, I will go to the general tab. You can see the width already is 1000 left from this center point to this point is 1000, and from this to this side is 1000. So I want to reduce it to 352. Okay, I want it to be in line with this parapet line. Okay, so I'll click on update just like this. Okay, so I'll do the same thing here for this side. I will make it 350 56. Okay, and I'll click on update. So I am almost there. So this is how it's going to be. This is what I want. Okay, but in this case there is a little mistake here. If you check here, we are in the y direction and we are going horizontal. Okay, so we are supposed to be in the s directions. Okay, so we will delete this. Okay, and then we will reinsert it. Okay, this particular one, but by then let's go ahead to insert other ones. Okay, so I will click on this point here and then this place. Yeah, just like this, just like this. Okay, I've inserted it here, and then for this one I'll do it from here to here, just like this. Okay, in the x direction. Okay, okay, that is all in the x directions. So I will go to the y directions, but by then let me close this. Okay, let me close this, and then I will delete these strips. Okay, so I want to reinsert it by clicking on my strips. Okay, and going back to this. Alright, and I will extract it. Now I'm in the x direction, so I will now extract this one just like this. Alright, so I will now go to the y direction now and extract another one just like this, and this point. So you see, one thing here is, if you notice, this is the y direction. Okay, so I want to extend this point and this point to go all the way to this extreme point and also this extreme point, and for me to do that I'll have to click on this place. So actually I don't know the dimension of this place and this place. Okay, so what I will do is I'll close this, or instead of me to close that, I will continue to insert it. Then later I will go for editing. So I click on this part and this part to insert this one, and then I do the same thing here. Okay, I do the same thing here, from here to here to insert this one, and then from here to here. Okay, and this point and this point. I'll be having also a vertical strips here. Just like this. Okay, so what I will do now is I will close this. Okay, once I close this now, what I will do is I will use my dimension to check. Okay, I want to know the distance between this point and this point. Between this point and this point, I'm having 500 and 5,230. See it here, 5,235. Okay, 5,235, and the distance from this point to this point is what? This is 550 70. Okay, so I will now exit, and then I will go to the property of this. Okay, so in this direction I will be having 5,325, and I'll click on update. Okay, this direction, in this direction what we have is 50 70. Okay, just like this, and I'll click on okay. So that is it. So in this direction is the side we have 5,325. Okay, and I'll click on update. Alright, so we are having something like this. Is a little bit exceeded, so use 20. Let's see, 5,315. 5,235. Alright, so this is it. Okay, so we click on update and then closed. So we are done with drawing of strips in both direction in this particular site. So we'll go to the next site, like this one. The first thing you will do, you get the dimension. Okay, so as not to kill much time. Okay, get the dimension from this point to this point. I have 1631. Okay, then from this one to this side, what do I have? 31 is 1631. Okay, 1631. So what you need to do, I like this, right click on property. Okay, then you come to this point, you get your 16. Okay, 31. Okay, just like this, and you come here the same thing, 16. Okay, 31. All right, and then you click on the update. So you have something like this. So you have gotten this in both directions. So the next thing you do, you just click on update, close this. Okay, and then come to this one, you right click, and then you click on the measure. Okay, so in this you pick this point and this point to check this point. What is the distance? You are having 4,200. Okay, this is 4,200. Okay, so this distance showing here 4,200. All right, so if you come to this side, you will have what is this? You will have 3,900, 4,200, 3,900. Okay, so you have to highlight it, right click, and then in this direction you are having 4,200. Okay, click on update. Okay, so in this one you are having 3,900. Okay, just like this, 3,900, and then you click on update, you have something like this. So this is okay. So you click on update and closed. Okay, so and then you need to check this site too. Okay, so you right click and then click on measure. Okay, and select this point, take it to this point, this one, and then what are you having? I'm having 7615. Is it this point? 7613. Okay, 7613 that way, and then this way I'm having 4763. 7613. Okay, and 4763. Alright, so you click on this, and then this side I think you're having 47 16. Okay, like this. Yes, click yes, but it doesn't get to the okay, 77 16 77 18 77 23 4800 4700 and just like this. You get this. Yeah, reducing this one to 700 and 780 775. So we can go by this. Okay, so click on update and closed. Sorry, we have not extended this side. Okay, let's dimension the side again, just like this, from this point to this point. 7613. Okay, so we right click and click on property, and then you get here to be 7613. Okay, and then click on update, just like this, and then you closed. Alright, so we have done in about 3 directions. Okay, so we'll check this one now, this one, and we will use our dimension to check it from this point to this point. We are having 3300 that point, and this side is 1800. Okay, 3300 and 1800. So you just click on this, just like this, right click, and then click on the property, come to this point, 1800, update. Okay, it is this side that is 3300. That's 300. Okay, you have it to be 3300. You update. Okay, so this side now is 1800. Okay, just like this, you update. Alright, and click on closed. Okay, so this last point, which is this one, where we do the same thing. Okay, so you click on this, and then you click on this place, this point, extend it to this point. We are having a 2300. Okay, and this side we are having a this side to be 2213, and this one is 2300. 2213, 2300. Okay, so we are having one of this side 2213. Alright, and this other side we are having a 2200. 2200 is not actually at that point. Okay, so let's close it. Alright, do the dimensioning again, this point and this point, 2300. Okay, alright, so we right click and click on property, change this place to 23100. Okay, you update. No, this is the 23100. This side 23100, you update. Alright, and this side is 23. We'll close this, right click, and then check the dimensioning again, not this point, this point, and 2213. Okay, so you highlight it. Or 2213, just like this. Alright, so click on closed. Alright, so we have successfully draw our strips in the use of FE analysis method of slab strips. This is what you first do in both directions. Okay, so after which now we will save the project. Alright, so after successfully save the project, the next thing we are going to look at is we are going to increase the thickness of the slab. Okay, so we select the first one and then select the last one. I want to deselect this one, yeah, because this one is not the parapet slab. Okay, so I remove that from the list, this one just like this, and I right click and click on property. I want to increase this thickness from 150, okay, from 100 to 150 for ease of analysis and design. Okay, so I'll make it like this and click on okay. Alright, so after which I will click on closed. Okay, just like this. So I will now go to analysis tab, okay, and then click on FA floor analysis, this one, this time around this one, not this one. Okay, so I'll click on that. Once I click on that, I will review my stiffness. Okay, I will review my stiffness factors. Yeah, I will change this for the slab to 0.25. Now the reason is to allow ease of transfers of this slab load to the beam. Okay, that is why you have to choose that. Okay, make it the stiffness to be 0.25. Okay, so I will include column section beam, consider beam torsional stiffness. In this case, all this load from this our parapet goes to the beams. Okay, so you include beam torsional stiffness. Okay, alright, so the next thing we will need to do is to check the material again. You can click on this point. The material we are going to check here is the slab and the beam. Okay, so for the slab I'm having this 12 and then I'm having a 10 and 8. Okay, but I will remove this 8. I don't need 8. The program should work within these two diameter of reinforcement. Click on OK, and I will check also for the beam. Okay, this is the beam, so the beam I'm having this will be okay for the beam. Alright, so I will click on OK. Alright, so the next thing we will do is we will come to this point, floor mesh and analysis. Click on it. Alright, so this is the floor mesh and analysis dialog. Alright, so I will want to reduce my plate element size to 500. Okay, 500, just like this. Okay, then I will generate model. Alright, so you can see model is generated successfully. The next thing I need to do is to click on this close button. If you check this place, 34 performing FE slab analysis. Okay, so it has taken us to this place. So before I go into analysis post processing, I will have to check mesh beam result with building analysis result. I'll click this point, only this point. I'm not measuring column but beam. Okay, so what I will do now is to click this point, analysis post processing. Alright, so analysis processing to take me to this point. Okay, alright, so at this point now I will check eliminations of this I'll check the eliminations of this parapet. Okay, click on the elimination. So this is the behavior of the parapet. Okay, so I will stop the eliminations and then I'll activate this contour. Okay, after activating this contour, I'll move this a little bit so you can see the displacement. Okay, that is the displacement with respect to these loadings. Okay, so that is how it works. So we will start the design. Okay, so we first click on bend moment MX. Okay, just like this. All right, and then MY. Okay, and this one, then bend moment in the L1 2 3. All right, just like this. Okay, and then design moment. You can see the figures here, the value of the moment here in this key. Okay, so you do it in the button 1 and 2. All right, so after which we will now go into the design properly. Okay, click on the area of reinforcement at the bottom 1. Okay, bottom 2, you can see the area of reinforcement here. Okay, this is the maximum. All right, so click on this point, bottom top 1 and top 2, just like this. All right, so after which you can also save the contour, export the contour, just like this, and okay it. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we can go to the plan view. Click this point, take you to the plan view, and you can cut a section. Click on this and then click here, hold down your control key to have a straight line, and then release your hand to cut the strips. Okay, just like this. So this is what you'll be having. Okay, so this is the moment. Okay, and you check here, you see the displacement. Okay, all right, this is the parapet. Okay, so if you check design moment, you have this. Okay, now you have moment calculation method. This is a normal method. Okay, you have other method, maximum method and integral. You can as well select that. Okay, all right, so you can see the table here. If you click this place, you will see a table. All right, so you can see also the numbers of point is have the longitudinal point and then the transverse point. If you change this figure, it will reflect here. Okay, you can print this report to attach to your calculations. Okay, so click on the closed. All right, so the next thing we have to do is we are going to close this. Click on this close button. Okay, all right, they said transfer slab streets FE analysis result is click on okay. So the strips is still transferring. Okay, so this transfer is done successfully. Okay, so click on close. Yeah, click on okay, also okay this. All right, so you are having this now. Okay, so for us to be able to generate our reinforcement for this, we are going to do this first. You right click, okay, and then click on this arrange all stibars. Okay, this update stibars, click on it. Once you click on it, you can see the stibar is updated. Okay, if you zoom in here, you check here, you have a white wave. Yeah, okay, white wave at 150. But our intention was to use maybe Y10 or Y8. Okay, but we did not select. It was not among the bars we selected. Okay, so you can see it's been designed successfully. Okay, this is it. This one is the top bar. Okay, that is going in these directions, in the horizontal direction, and this one is this bar here is goes across. Okay, so that is how we designed the parapet. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is you want to check the contour. Okay, the contour that we just exported. We can save the project at first. After saving the project, you can come to this point, click on this one, and then you go to FE contour, this one. So this is the contour we exported. Okay, you can see it's already reflected here. Click on OK. So this is the exported contour. Okay. Alright, so we have been able to design the parapet successfully, and we have also designed our slab successfully. Okay, so you can as well export this just the way we did in the other video to AutoCAD. Okay, if you come to this area first, this concrete design and the load prota detail, it will export this where you will do a little editing. Okay, a little editing. All right, so if you want to check the slab report, you can just click on the slab, right click, and then you click on the slab analysis and design, this one. Once you click on it, you can check all stories, or it is going to check the active story. Okay, you can see the dead load 1.4 and the live load 1.6. Click on design. If you click on design, so slab reinforcement design. Okay, so this is the design, the calculation sheet. Okay, if it is failing, you say deflection check here will show insufficient. Okay, if the slab is actually failing, this place will be showing insufficient. But you can see now that you see the L/D is equals 21.43 less than 52. Okay, so it is sufficient. Okay, so all our designs are passed successfully. Okay, we don't have any you don't have any issue. Okay, so you can print it in Microsoft Word, or you can also print it in PDF, however you want to print it. Okay, so we close this dialog. All right, also close it. This same thing applicable to the parapet. Okay, so you use the same method, all right, to do your parapet. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. As what we have done in this lesson, as we have been able to complete the design of the parapet and the normal slab. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more advanced lessons, not only on this program but other programs in the subsequent lessons. Okay, bye for now.